Welcome back to United's One. I'm currently driving. I'm going to give you a video right here, right now. If you're interested in Man United content, don't forget to give the channel a subscribe, the video a like, comment and share. Right, I'm not going to edit this video, so whatever comes out of my mouth from this point onwards will not be tampered with. I may add overlays later, but if I make mistakes or I swear, I apologise. So I've got half hour on the motorway, so I thought I'd do you a little video. Right, so Ruben Amorim, is he the right man for Man United? Now I know eye contact is crucial here, but I am driving, so you're gonna have to forgive me on that. So back to the question, is Ruben Amorim the right man for United? He's finally had his first pre-season under his belt. He's signed a few players, and we've got 1 point from 6 in the Premier League. Is it panic stations yet? I know there's a lot of people going, oh, Ruben Amorim out. I'm not so sure. I think we've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, when he was at when he was at Sporting Lisbon, he come in, from what I hear, he really there was a massive upheaval in the squad. He sold a shit ton of players, brought in his own players. Obviously, we know he likes to stick to his own formation. He doesn't change from that. And he turned Sporting Lisbon into a force, and they won back-to-back Premier Leagues, where Benfica and Porto were really the dominant force in Portugal at the time. So his CV's pretty good. But he didn't want to come to United last season. Ineos basically said, listen, buddy, it's either now or never. And he went, oh, I better come now then. And he had to deal with a lot of crap within the squad. I mean, let's face it, our transfer history in the last decade has been shocking. There's only been a handful of players, if that, you could say, have actually succeeded at Man United. The rest have either failed, we overpaid for them, or we paid too much in wages. It's been disastrous. I think Ineos' first window, we got in De Ligt, Mazraoui, Xerxes, Ugarte and Euro, and I think that's been pretty good. I think Mazraoui was a great bit of business for 17 million. Again, and I quote, I'm not sure if that's right, and I might make mistakes because I'm not editing it. And I got a shaky caravan on the motorway. What you doing, you pillock? Stay in your lane, buddy. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, De Ligt is now coming into his own. Euro's, oh mate, his ceiling is massive. Ugarte, hits and misses. Xerxes is liked by the fan base, but I think he's been played out of position, so we're yet to see the best of Xerxes. But it's positive with Ineos so far. Dorgu in the January transfer window, he looks like he's coming into a bit of form, and obviously he's still got a reasonably high ceiling as well. And this season we've got, hold on, Cunha and Mbeumo, Xerxes, Cunha and Mbeumo, Šeško and Diego Leon's come through the door. So yeah, it's all looking positive, but it's still early days in the season. Against Arsenal, let's face it, we outplayed them. We made them look bang average, and if we didn't have a Limp Bizkit in goal and David Raya didn't have a worldie that day, then we could be talking United have got 4 points rather than 1 point. Against Fulham, we started well. We faded. Bruno missed a penalty. We know what happened, and we ended up drawing the game. But Ruben Amorim, let's face it, he doesn't have the plan B. This is where I think he might get found out. Eventually, teams will realise that how we play, we might start a game well, and they tinker with their team slightly, their tactics, then all of a sudden we're stuck. He won't revert to a plan B. He won't revert to a plan B. He'll just stick to his guns. Now, will his arrogance in that respect get the better of him and end up him losing his job? I don't know. I think we have to improve on that last season. To finish 15th, although he had problems to deal with and he had to try and implement his style within the squad of, let's face it, some of them wouldn't even fit to wear the shirt. The likes of Garnacho, obviously Rashford, the Gone squad, as Stephen Howson calls it. Rasmus Hoyland's never been good enough to play for Man United. I know when he signed, he was young, and they literally went, all right, mate, you're the lead striker. And maybe the pressure got to him, but you gave him the benefit of the doubt. Second season, he got worse. So, yeah, hopefully he's going to leave for Napoli. I heard something about it's a loan with an option to buy, but it's an obligation to buy if he hits certain criteria within the season. So yeah, we don't need him. What was I saying? Yeah, so Ruben had it tough first season, but he's tried to implement the right culture within the squad. He doesn't want the stragglers anymore. He wants professionalism. Apparently he's bringing in some newfangled zero policy on social media to just stay off of it. So he's trying to do the right things, but again, I go back to the point, he doesn't have a plan B, and I think eventually that might be his downfall. I want him to succeed because he's charismatic, he's honest, he's open, he comes across as a really nice guy, but let's face it, nice guys don't make you good football managers. You've got to be ruthless. He is ruthless in the respect he's not dealing with any of the shit that Man United players have been bringing to the table in the last decade or so, but he needs at least a plan B. You can't keep fucking sticking to plan A, because when it doesn't work, what do you do? I'll just bring a new player on to play the same system. In my head, it doesn't work. That's just my opinion. Comment below if you think any differently to that, but I'm a believer in it's just not going to work. So yeah, he might get found out. Hopefully, maybe we can, with no European football, he can practice it more on the training ground, and we really see this system working and the reason why he chooses it. But who knows? Time will tell. I think if we're lingering around 12th, 13th come Christmas time, though, I think he could be headed for the chopping block. He's got no excuses to no European football, really. No fix to congestion. In the video I've just posted, he can still play a strengthened squad against Grimsby away tomorrow night. We need a cup run as well. We've got no excuses not to go for a cup run, whether it be Carabao or FA Cup. We need to get into Europe. We can't just rely on the Premier League form, which was not great last season, as we all know, and so far we've got 1 point from 6. But still, a few days left in the transfer window. Will we make any more signings? I think the Antwerp keeper Leemans is close, from what I hear, and he is definitely an upgrade on what we got, because we've got two, just donkeys in goal, really. Just afraid of commanding the area. Sometimes when Onana wants to command the area, he ends up punching someone in the face. And I've never seen, when a corner comes in with bloody Bayern there, amount of times against Fulham, you watch the replay, he looked like he come pissed out of a pub, mate. He's just stumbling around all over the shop. You don't need that in goal. Your defence needs stability, confidence, and a bit of faith, knowing behind them, I got the guy who's going to pull us out of a hole if we need him to. So every time Man United give a corner away or a close set piece, they must be thinking, oh, fuck, here we go again. And the fans will probably think the same. Let me know if you think the same. Every corner we concede now, I'm just like, oh, this could be a goal. So yeah, I want Ruben to succeed. I really do, because I really like the guy. But I also wanted Ten Hag to succeed as well. But Ruben's way more charismatic than Eric Ten Hag, let's face it. So yeah, we'll see. Let me know what you think. I've just been open and honest with you guys here. I'm driving along the motorway. I've decided to pour my heart out to you guys about what I think of Ruben Amorim. I want him to succeed badly. I think he's a nice guy. Time will tell. He will definitely get this whole season, I think, unless we are lingering around 12th, 13th by Christmas. Then they might turn around and say, oh, Ruben, I'm afraid you got to go, mate. We'll get someone in for the January transfer window, bolster the squad a bit more. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I've seen some promising signs so far. The first 5-10 minutes against Fulham, I just thought we looked electric. And we played Arsenal off the park. On another day, we come away with that with the win. So yeah, still early days in the Premier League. It's a shame we haven't got more points already. But I think if we can go into the international break with a win against Grimsby and a win against Burnley on Saturday, I think we'll be more positive, and fingers crossed we can come away from that international break with a clean bill of health and we can kick on again in September. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. As I said, I won't edit any of it. I will leave it as is. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, whatever you need to do if you appreciate the Man United content I'm trying to bring forward to you guys. And if there's anything else you want me to talk about regards to the club, I'll be happy to give it my best shot. And I'll see you in the next one.